Hello everybody, this is Little Ninja, and welcome back to another episode of Ninja's Empire, where in the last episode we did some work on this room. The most important thing is that we made everything central, or centered, and symmetrical, and then we also repurposed this room down here from villager trading into bulk storage. So I have been busy in between episodes moving tons and tons of stone that we're never ever going to use from down underground up to here, making good use of our shulker boxes. Now what I've got to do is figure out a design for the new villager trading hall that's going right here in this L shape between these spruce pillars. And then I've got to set up a system that we can figure out which villagers we want to keep and which ones we want to pitch. And these here are ones that we want to keep from the previous room. And then I've got to set up all the minecart systems for the new place. Also, I have in between episodes just set up a very temporary system down here for our iron collection, which has been doing fantastic. So yeah, I've got to first come up with a design for this building up here, and once I have it built, then I can start work on the redstone for sorting the villagers. Okay, so I came up with a design for this thing that I like, and the color palette is this acacia wood, and then spruce planks, and cyan concrete powder, and quartz. Those four things. So the villagers are going to go in here. Each has its own slot, and I'm going to put them hard up against each other, and then we're going to use this white carpet and use piston and push it in over the villager, so it's just like half a villager sticking out of the floor. And there are 24 slots here, I think, at which there are 20 enchantments that I want, or that I want to have trades for, and then the others can be for like farmers and clerics, people that you trade 4 emeralds with. So let's see here. The floor here is going to be cyan, like this. And then around the base of the structure is stone brick, just one layer of it. Oops. Can we not? There we go. And then the intermediate part is like so. And then I need scaffolding here, like this. So your intermediate part has a little bit of a groove in it. For depth, and then the top is acacia wood again, like this, and then the roof will be the quartz slabs. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Then the inside will be pretty bright with the blue on the floor, and then white strips against the wall, and I'll probably replace some of these with jack-o'-lanterns for lighting in here. And then over here, I still need to figure out the layout for the storage that I want. I'm thinking I might go to the end and get a bunch more shulker boxes and do like bulk storage that way. Just have a couple chests for each item, and then like fill up shulker boxes and put them in the chests. So yeah, I'll go ahead and build this up to roof level, and then we'll start work on sorting those villagers. So on a big scale, this actually doesn't look that great. I'm going to have to add some variation in the wall, I think. Otherwise, it's just a lot of long, straight lines. Now, I was going to start on the redstone, but night came and stuff started spawning up on top here, so I figured I'd better put the roof on and get the interior completely sealed off before we do any interior work with villagers or redstone. Okay, the roof is in place and looking mighty snazzy, if I say so myself. It's just a plain slab roof, and I put carpets on top of every other slab to prevent any spawning up on there. And then in the gable, I used white concrete powder. Oh, and then to break up the straight lines here, I just put in windows in the center of every section. And I also put in like solid blocks on the corners and behind every post. Here on the inside, that looks very bright. Let's just put some carpet down on here and see how that will look without the bright orange color. Yeah, there's a little something missing though. I think this will help with the blandness of the room. Just have a little bit of dark accent at the top. Yeah, that helps some. I might have to play around with it. And then I think the other thing is with the outside, it still looks a little bit bland, and if I just add some bushes and plant some flowers around the edges, that will help a lot. So yeah, now we can start work on the redstone. What I want to do is have a couple banks of chests. So like about here, chests coming across, and then back here in the back have the potatoes, pumpkins, and carrots come in and be sorted, and each be loaded automatically into empty shulker boxes, and then once the shulker box is full, it gets popped off and put into the chest. So I'm going to try and figure out a system that could do that, and if I figure out how to do it, I'll build one, or build it and show you how it works. So I played around with it for a while, and in the end I decided that just regular chest storage would be enough for this, since we're probably not going to be using it that much anyway. So I set up 4 chests for pumpkins, and then 12 each for potatoes and carrots. And then out here, there actually wasn't enough room up here to do the sorting system, so we have to do 3 separate item elevators that come up here, and this is the sorting system down here. So there's pumpkin or potatoes and carrots, and then the pumpkins will go here, and those are the only 3 items that will ever come into this system, so we don't need any extra sorting. So yeah, it's a bit tight back here with all the redstone. And then I just dug a tunnel over here, and this is our item transportation system. Over here, I've got to put some ice in and water and run it over there, and then I also have to hook this up or hook the pumpkins up and reverse this basically. So we'll have potatoes and carrots coming in from over there and flowing that direction, and then we'll have pumpkins coming in from over here and meeting up here and flowing that direction. So yeah, let me get this all hooked up and flowing into the filter system, and then we'll see about setting up these dropper towers to work correctly, because I'm really not sure if I'll be able to do it with this setup. Yeah, because it's pretty tight in here. I'll have to put like a torch tower in beside each dropper tower, and yeah, I mean there's not much room up there. Like I can't put them on the back side because there's hoppers here, and I can't put them on this side down here because there's this sorting system here. If I put them on the side here and here and here, then I'm in danger of locking up these hoppers, and I'll have to play around with it and see what works. But first of all, I'm going to hook up the water streams. So the water's all hooked up. We got stuff flowing in, but there's a problem here. I have the first elevator hooked up, so this thing is working, right? But then these, I just can't hook them up. There's no space for the tower on the back or front, because down there is hoppers and then up here's hoppers. And if I put them on the side, so like if I have a tower here, then this, like if this tower is running, or how is it? If this tower is trying to run and this tower isn't running, then these torches will keep this tower locked, disabling it basically. So both towers would have to be running at the same time in order for it to work. So I think what I'm going to have to do is move this whole system, have the hoppers, or like move all this down here. So run the hoppers around the back and have them come in back here on this side, and have the whole filter system over here as well, and then I can run the torch towers straight up this side of the dropper towers, and it should work fine. So I've just got to switch everything over, and yeah, put the filters on that side and the torch towers on this side, and then it should work. And it works. We're getting pumpkins and carrots and potatoes, and on the outside here I had to replace the trapdoors here with the solid blocks because there's a torch tower that runs right up the backside, and so these trapdoors kept opening and closing. And I got a little carried away with the redstoning. I went ahead and put in the villager sorting system. So this is basically it. It's going to be temporary. Once these slots are all filled in, we're going to remove this. But so like a villager comes up on a minecart, sits here, we unlock his trades, and then if we want him, we push the button and he comes out this way. And if we decide he's no good, we flick this lever and push the button again, and he goes off down through here and around this way and goes down goes down this way onto this activator rail, which pops him up, and this water pushes him off, and into, once he reaches this block, he falls down this hole. Then the minecart goes around and goes back through here, and through this little device, which is supposedly better at picking up villagers than what we had up there, the dispenser on the side. Yeah, that didn't really work. I often had to hit the villagers so that they would get into the minecart and then start moving. They just sat there still, and this is supposed to work every time, so I guess we'll see how it functions. But yeah, so then we just have the one minecart, and then once we find a villager that we want to keep, we put him and his minecart into a slot, and then get a new minecart and put it on the track and send it off. So yeah, that's basically it. Now I've got to bring the villagers from over here, these guys. I've got to get them all into their slots over there. Oh, and I also modified the iron golem killing chamber thing so that the villagers can once again go through it without dying. I had just set it up temporarily so that it would kill off the golems, and now we have it set up so that the villagers can, the golems get stuck on this edge and the villagers flow on down through and then go down here into there, and their babies down there, when they grow up, they swim up into this water stream right here and drop down into the minecart pickup system. So I've still got to figure out a place to put this chest here. This is the iron output chest, and put an item elevator that goes up into the storage system or something for that. But for now, this is all working, and should be mob proof as well. So yeah, I've got to do a whole bunch of work sorting through villagers, moving these guys over here, and I think I'm going to do that in between episodes and call it here for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully with all these slots filled with villagers. That's never going to happen.